Good morning, children. Today's thought: nurture your mind with great thoughts, for you will never go any higher than you think. What it means is we achieve what we think, and so we should nurture our mind with great thoughts so that we can achieve great heights. With this thought, let's get started. I hope you all have read the chapter. Now that we have completed the chapter, let's get started with the exercise. Start writing the exercise for lesson 1, the living world, adaptations and classification, in your new 100 pages notebook. Write properly questions from textbook and answers given below. Here is a list of new words. Repeat them twice. The first word is adaptation. That is the title of a chapter, and we have studied adaptations are gradual changes that occur over a long period of time. So adaptation, this is the dictionary meaning: action or process of adapting. Coniferous. If you remember in the chapter, coniferous forest, the trees here are cone shaped. It is an adaptation. What it means is mostly evergreen trees and shrubs having usually needle shaped leaves with true cones. Next word is submerged. That means to be under water. We had come across this word, submerged plants that grow under water. Slender means thin. This is the body of fish. Aquatic animals, their body is slender. Birds. Why? So that it is easy for them to swim, or for birds easy for them to fly. The next words in the list are photosynthesis. You have studied this word earlier also. Photo means light, synthesis means preparation. So preparation of food in presence of light. So who does this? It is a process by which green plants use sunlight to synthesize nutrients from carbon dioxide and water. Next is accumulating. Accumulating means to gather or build up. Equatorial. It is at or near the equator. Meadows. It is a piece of grassland. Surroundings. The things and conditions around a person or thing. Those are surroundings. Perpetuate. Makes something continue indefinitely. That is perpetuate. Nomenclature. Devising of choosing of names for a thing. So nomenclature is naming methodology. Hierarchy. A system in which members of an organization or society are ranked according to relative status or authority. This word we had come across during classification. Hierarchy of classification. Okay. So there are various orders. Everything is organized. Generation. All of the people born and living at about the same time. They are collectively recorded as a generation. Now let's get into the exercise. The first question is, find my match. Here I have given the answer in the second column. Lotus, it is adapted to live in water. Aloe, it is adapted to live in desert. It has got thick stem, green stem, modified one. Cuscuta, hostorial roots for absorption of food. If you remember, Cuscuta or the dodder plant, it cannot make its own food. So its root get entangled on the other plant and they absorb food from the other plant. Venus flytrap, this is also a parasitic plant, and the flower and leaves, they attract the insects, and then this plant, what it does is it will engulf the insect and take up the requirement of its protein from the insect. Read the paragraph, second question, and answer the following questions. I am a penguin. I live in polar region covered by snow. My abdomen is white. My skin is thick with a layer of fat underneath. My body is spindle shaped. My wings are small. My toes are webbed. We live in flocks. So you can see here, since the penguin is living in polar region, of course it must be cold over there. Its abdomen is white. The polar region has got snow. So white color will help the penguin to get along with the surroundings so that its predators, that is the one who attack on it, cannot easily find the penguin. Its skin is thick and there is a layer of fat underneath. Now why is this so? With this, the penguin has adapted to live in very cold environment. The polar regions are very cold. The body is spindle shaped. So this structure helps in swimming also. The wings are small. It doesn't fly much. Okay. My toes are webbed. This is also an adaptation for swimming. And living in flocks. Living in flocks means living in groups. So when they live in groups, they are protected. They can help each other. Let us go through the first question. Why is my skin white and thick? And why is there a thick layer of fat underneath? Penguin lives in extremely cold polar regions. The region is always covered with ice. It has thick skin with a layer of fat underneath. Because it does not allow the body heat to escape out. Due to white color, it can mix with the surrounding and cannot be easily located. This way, it seeks protection against predators. Second question, why do we live in flocks sticking close to each other? Penguins, they live in flocks, living close to each other because by staying in a flock, the penguin is protected against the attack from predator. It becomes easier for parental care. Also, by sticking to each other, the body heat is not lost to the surroundings. This is also a necessary adaptation in such cold region. Next question. Which geographical region do I inhabit and why? Penguin stays in polar region, especially in the Antarctic region. There is abundant food available for the penguins and thus they are seen here. Which adaptation should you have to enable you to live permanently in the polar region and why? In order to permanently inhabit in the polar region, the body should be adapted to cold temperatures. There should be thick layer of fat and thick skin to protect the body. The ability to regulate body temperature should be extremely good for the survival.